put people who have HIV on treatment early enough.
Although the country is making great strides in the fight against the HIV virus, discordant couples still maintain that the government lacks programs that target a negative partner in a discordant relationship.
There is absolutely no program in Kenya today that deals with the needs of HIV discordant couples.
Churchill Alumasa is the chairperson for the Association of Discordant Couples in Kenya. He recognizes that there is a poorly coordinated national program that focuses on HIV discordance and the dangers that it poses on their family units, lack of widespread counselor-assisted disclosure, inadequate capacity for married women to negotiate for safe sex, unreliable supply of condoms, especially for the female, and a lack of capacity healthcare providers to deal with the HIV discordance.
Most of the time, most of the programming is geared towards the positive partner. People tend to forget the negative partner, yet in many cases it's the negative partner that bears the hugest brunt of the disease.
Although the research findings indicate that the use of antiretrovirals will reduce the spread of the HIV virus among partners by 96%, experts and even doctors who carried the research still insist on the use of other preventive measures.
We need to continue having safe sex practices. We need to continue encourage male circumcision, condom use, among other prevention strategies.
The civil society organizations who are in the forefront campaigning against the spread of the virus are not left behind. Their main issue?
We want the government to establish HIV/AIDS Trust Fund so that we respond to HIV/AIDS with our money. And we are not talking out of the blues. In 2009, the government of Kenya, through the Minister for Finance, Uhuru Kenyatta, promised in writing and signed through the Kenya PEPFAR Partnership Framework that each year they are going to increase health budget by 10%, and that has not been happening.
According to Otuoma, Kenya has adopted new World Health Organization guidelines to initiate treatment when the CD4 count is at 350, but new studies show further improvement in health outcomes when the treatment is mitigated when the CD4 count is at 500.
Put people who have HIV on treatment early enough so that they don't infect other people.
The Minister for Special Programs, Esther Murugi, opened the first biennial Kenya National AIDS Conference. But as Murugi and other Kenyan officials kicked off the discussion, their presence was overshadowed by accusatory chants from hundreds of HIV-positive Kenyans in attendance. The protesters at the National AIDS Conference are calling for universal access to antiretroviral drugs. As the debate continues with the civil societies demanding for a HIV trust fund and the government celebrating the strides the country is making in fighting the spread of the virus, we visited a discordant couple who live in Kabiria Estate in Dagoretti. This is the Madoyas family. The couple has lived together for the last 7 years, just like any normal husband and wife.
In 2003, that's when we met with her. And that was after my brother's death. Yeah, she was a wife to my brother.
It was not easy for Elvis when he learned that Anne was positive 1 year after they lived together.
So I was crying the whole night. I'm telling God, why me again? Why am I in this situation? Then I decided that I'm going to kill her. But something came into my mind. Something came to my mind and said that, yeah, maybe I will kill her. What about if I kill her and I'm already infected? What am I going to be? What am I going to benefit? That was the second thought.
After some time, when she disclosed her status, Anne then asked Elvis to go and know his status. Thanks to the strength of a woman, the 28-year-old gentleman then took the test.
Again, for the second time. I saw that I was HIV negative. I asked, are you sure? He told me, yeah, you are negative. So what I did is that the same day, I also went to another visit. Now this was the third one. So I went there and found out I was also negative.
The two then separated. Elvis never wanted to spend any moment next to the now infected Anne. 3 months later, Elvis took another test. It was negative. It was at this point that Elvis and Anne forgave each other, reunited in their marriage, and opened their new page of life.
Tangu mzee wangu alikubali, maisha imekuwa nzuri hata kuliko hapo mbeleni kwa sababu niliona aliongeza upendo, alinipenda zaidi, yeye unijali.
The two then joined the Association of Discordant Couples and were enrolled in the HIV and AIDS programs. The couples have now lived healthily and are thinking of having another baby of their own, as the one they have belongs to Elvis' late brother. With ARVs, the two can give birth to a negative baby.
Mimi utamani kupata mtoto mwingine na najua nitapata hivi karibuni, lakini nilisema kwanza tujipange. Unajua huwezi leta mtoto tu hivi na ujui vile ataishi. Lakini hivi karibuni nitapata mmoja. Tutajadiliana.
According to Dr. Cherotich, when discordant couples decide to have a baby, then there is need to discuss it well with the medical experts.
What we can do is to assist couples to make the best decisions as to when to have a baby and when not to have a baby. There's still a 4% risk that you can transmit to your partner. So it will be upon you now to decide between this 4% and me getting a baby, which is it that I want.
In Kenya, about 350,000 people are on ARVs. The case of Elvis and Anne is just part one. This probably confirms the recent research findings that antiretrovirals reduce the risk of HIV transmission by 96% among partners.